Okay, I want to talk about which party I think is more democratic when I compare the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. I think the Republican Party is a more of a democratic party than the Democrat Party itself. The reason why I say that is the Republican Party actually have an election. They actually run a primary, and whoever get the nomination is the nominee. Compared to the Democrats, it's always speculation or theory that there's someone behind the scene, such as Nancy Pelosi or Barack Obama, that pulled the string and called the shots on who will be the nominee, like we saw in the 2024 presidential election. The 2024 Democratic primary, they rigged this entire primary um, to make it hard for other people to challenge Biden for his nomination. And when they realized that Biden should not have continued in the race, they threw him out. And when you compare that to the Republican Party, Donald Trump came in 2016. He won 41 states. Ted Cruz, the second one, won like 11 states against Donald Trump. So I'll share. So that's in 2016. The Republican Party are more democratic than the Democratic Party itself because this is Donald Trump. He won 41 states. He got 14 million votes. He got 45% of the Republican primary votes. This is Ted Cruz. He got 8 million votes. He won 11 states. Marco Rubio won 3, and John Kasich won 1. And then you fast forward in 2020. In 2020, he served for 4 years. People know his record, regardless of all these left-leaning individuals like to say about him. People were happy during his administration. More money were in people's pockets. The average working family of four got $5,000 in tax break every single year. And then you fast forward to the 2020 Republican primary. This is him against Bill Weld. He swept. He got 94% of the vote, and then he won all 56 contests. And then he got the nomination. And then the 2024, Donald Trump was still popular, and Nikki Haley managed to win 2 states, and then she got 20% of the Republican primary votes. So the Republican Party are more democratic than the Democratic Party itself because they actually have an election and they don't have somebody behind the scene that pulled the string on who should be the nominee. That 2024 nomination would have originally been for RFK Jr. when he originally wanted to run as a Democrat. And they screwed him over, and then um, he decided to run as an independent. And RFK Jr., I believe, had a high chance of winning or handing in the White House in a contingent election because if Biden had stayed, he would not have joined forces with Trump. It's just that there were not really any clear path of victory once they pulled Biden out of a race against his wishes when he did not want to. dropout, and he was adamant to run for re-election. There's a high chance RFK Jr. could have ended up in the White House in a contingent election because he had higher favorability ratings than both Trump and Biden. And um, he had access to polling that showed him that he was the only one that could beat Donald Trump head to head. And during his concession speech back in August, he said that he also did, try to meet with the Harris campaign and talk about what they agree or disagree for a cabinet position, but she declined to meet with him. And then he ended up endorsing Donald Trump. He was forced to endorse Donald Trump because they were just so undemocratic. And another thing I want to talk about is what is how do I define blue sky? Blue sky, I define it as, hold on one second, I'll share the screen again. I define this platform as a platform for Democrats where they can warn about the fact that they're not going to be in power until 2035. That's my prediction. Like a couple of days ago, I made a video saying that the Democrats are going to lose the next two elections, that I would not be surprised if the Republican Party managed to keep the House and the Senate while um, while winning the presidency. So this is how I define blue sky, because there are some individual who I subscribe to, like Sabby Sabs. She did not vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. She voted for Jill Stein, but she still uses X. Democrats are sore losers, and they're going to be sore losers for the next 8 years. That's all I gotta say.